Hello, my name is Allison Carmen, and welcome to my podcast, 10 Minutes to Less Suffering. And the name of today's podcast, how could we think more of ourselves in 2025? When we think about our dreams and we think about our intentions and we think about all the wonderful things that we want to happen, when we think about 2025, we need to be in a place within ourselves that's strong enough, that's whole enough to speak up for what we need and to receive what we really need. When we're not seeing ourselves as whole or loving ourselves enough, everything in the outside world owns us. The stress and the worry and the uncertainty, we don't have that inner clarity. So as things don't work out, we're always going to be blaming ourselves when life's doing what it's doing. And so when we don't get the job, when we don't get into school, when in my situation someone leaves us, we blame ourselves. Because we are less than, because we're not seeing it in the outside world, the success, then we are not successful from within. But the truth is, it's like going into the bathroom and looking in the mirror and expecting a reflection to smile first. We need to smile first in order to see that in the mirror, in order for it to reflect in the outside world. So a lot is being asked of us. We need to be brave when people don't agree with us. We need to know our worth at all times. And we need to work from the inside out. So we're not stressed all the time. So we're not defeated all the time. So we're not doomed all the time. That we know at every moment we have what it takes and that we're deserving and that we are lovable. So how do we do this? How do we do all these things? And for me, it's been a journey of life experiences. But when I think about the 5 factors that have helped me the most, they are as follows. And I hope one of them resonates with you, because it's tough to wake up one day and say, oh, today I'm going to love myself and change everything about myself. We've all had experiences and trauma. It could be our upbringing. It could be a partner. It could be a job. Something has made us feel less than. And if you're a sensitive person and you're empathic, then you're going to feel a lot. But here are 5 things that maybe could help you. And the first thing, and I love this saying, is that we are the love that we seek, that we are actually that love. There's something about that statement that just makes me feel so full, that I am it, that I am an aspect of what I seek. It is already in me. And sometimes when I could close my eyes and fill myself up with that much love, I don't need a thing. It just makes me feel so joyful and whole, because love is whole. Love is everything. So that is just a wonderful thought. It might not resonate with you. It might, but when I really know that, I'm thinking all day long about what I can give out. And if negativity doesn't even hit me, because I know I am that being of love. And when I'm that being of love, I feel deserving. I feel whole. And the second piece is our fear of the unknown. A lot of times, the outside world overcomes our inner world because we're so afraid of what we don't know. So it's just the louder voice in the room. And changing my relationship with uncertainty changed everything for me. Because when I realized that uncertainty was my best friend, it was my ally, the outer circumstances didn't affect me enough. I knew that no matter what happened, life would change. And I talk about the maybe mindset all the time, and you could listen to a lot of my other podcasts. But because we don't know, that means that life has maybe. Sure, it has the maybe not, but that's just one piece of uncertainty. Uncertainty is also full of potential. Maybes that have miracles, maybes that have your goals and all the things you could ever have wanted. And when you know that and fear doesn't kick in, the outside world becomes more neutral for you, because you have this inner knowing. And when you have this inner knowing that you align with the unknown and you're not afraid to live, you're not afraid of the future, it becomes a place of wonder and creativity. You will be more sturdy within yourself. We don't realize that our fear of the unknown is one of the things that knocks down our worth more than anything. The third thing is gratitude. When we're always thinking about lack, we start to get down on ourselves. But when we're always thinking about gratitude, we're always in what we have. We're always living in our abundance. It makes the outside world much more beautiful. It prevents us from dropping into this place of doom, and it creates more of a hope and an elevated way of thinking. And you're also going into every room with always a platform, always with your resources. I think this place of gratitude makes us more sturdy. The fourth piece that really helps how we see ourselves is the present. But it's very challenging to be fully in your body and fully aligned with who you are and feel sturdy and resilient when you're always in the future. When you're not where you are, when you're always thinking about what's going to happen tomorrow, which you could say, okay, well, that's a lot about uncertainty, Allison, but it's also about committing to presence, committing to the moment. What is happening right now? You will feel so much better and more grounded when you commit to the now. You commit to the day, you commit to the moment. I know on the days where I say to myself, I can only deal with what's in front of me, I have power. There's something about leaving the moment and thinking about tomorrow and next week and next month that makes us feel powerless. Yes, we cannot control so many things, but thinking about a place we're not at yet all the time makes us feel weak and vulnerable. So if you stay present, you will feel your inner power because you will feel the choice in the moment. You will feel the perspective you could have in the moment. And sometimes you have to create presence through breath. You could do it through your practice with uncertainty or gratitude or meditation or yoga or just committing to the moment you're in. But it feels so wonderful to be exactly where you are. It's not wanting anything else but what you have. And that's where true power comes from. And another thing too is you create the future in the moment. So if you want to be powerful and you want to use your inner knowing, you are present and you will make the best decision of your life, which will create the future where your dreams can come true. And the fifth piece is acceptance and not resisting who we are. We don't realize it, but we are always resisting our looks, our intelligence, our capabilities, and we wear ourselves down. It is so depleting to want to be any other way than who we truly are. And this has nothing to do with going to school or going on a diet or working out. But when we don't accept ourselves fully, we are in a state of resistance. We are not enough. And if we are not enough in this moment, that is how we come to it, and that is the life that we're going to create. Remember, like I said before, we create the future in this moment. And if we are rejecting ourselves and we are not in a place of love, we are believing in some level that we cannot have the life that we want, then we are not in a place of grace and gratitude. And we're believing that it should be another way. But the truth is, everything is the way it's supposed to be because it is. You could change it if you want. There's nothing wrong with that. But true love and acceptance of ourselves and to get to a place of love and presence is to not resist, is to accept the moment the way it is, but more importantly, to accept who we are. And what's so interesting about it is we are already who we are. So in a way, we're just playing a game. We're just depleting ourselves. We are this weight in this moment. We are this educated in the moment. We have this job in the moment. So why are we resisting? It's like banging our head against the wall. I am this in the moment. This is who I am. I accept myself in this moment. Again, it has nothing to do with change. It has to do with presence and love. And that's when we live in the deepest part of our soul. That's when we could access a place of no fear, of pure presence, of pure grace and dignity is I am this. This is me. Am I perfect in this area? No. Do I have days where I can get upset about something that is about myself? Of course. But the days where I am my most powerful self is when I say I am who I am. So these 5 things I mentioned, they might not resonate with you. You might think they're silly. And if they don't resonate, find something that does. Make your inner world the most rich place there is, a landscape with gorgeous greens and flowers and all that's possible because that exists within you always. We are the one that steals our story. We are the one that steals our dreams because we go against ourselves and we believe that we're doomed. We believe we don't have what it takes, but none of it's true. We live in a field of infinite possibilities if we choose to go on the playing field. You have what it takes to manifest in 2025. You have what it takes to start to love yourself more, to embrace yourself more, to create more. You have it all. And will life make certain decisions and take us in certain directions? Yes. But it's our job to make the best of it. It's our job to get up every day and see what's possible. And that's how we create a beautiful, gorgeous life in 2025. And for all we know, maybe the best is yet to come. Thank you for listening to this podcast today. If you'd like to get in touch with me, you could email me at allison@allisoncarmen.com. If you'd like to buy my books, The Gift of Maybe, A Year Without Men, or Maybe Everything's Okay, A Parent's Guide to Less Stress and Worry, you could buy them at all major bookstores and online retailers. If you'd like to purchase my Maybe cards or my online digital journal, you could buy them on Amazon, Etsy, or my Stan store. And most of all, if you like this podcast, I hope you subscribe and leave a comment.